One of the two. We are live. There we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Speed School. Joining me today, Mr. Homer Tyre, Greenville, North Carolina. What? ECU Pirates and the Tyre Realty Group, baby. That's it. That's all you need.
Hey, that's about the entire economy you mentioned in one sentence, Jason.
There you go. That's right. That ain't no doubt. Yeah, between that the two of you guys, that's more than Greenville's GDP, probably, right?
Well, hey, look, so you'll laugh. They announced today. I think it's official tomorrow. We have ECU, which is obviously a major economic driver here with East Carolina University. But Vidant Medical Center is the other major economic driver, and now it is being renamed ECU Health.
Oh, wow.
So we're the only school in the state of North Carolina that has a full med school, a full dental school, and a school of engineering.
There you go. And a great football team.
Yeah, up and coming.
Up and coming. There you go.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No, we're excited about where it's going.
Fun to watch. So.
Yeah, fun to watch. There we go.
Well, I talked to Homer earlier, and we thought, what can we share today? What can we get out here to bring some value to everybody that subscribes, listens in to Real Estate Speed School? So today we were digging into the benefits of a team and why it may be something you really need to consider and look into. From one, if you're just getting started in real estate, what is the benefit of that? But two, then time leverage. We're going to talk a little bit about that down the road if you decided to actually create your own team or company or whatever. So this is like going to be a big broad brush because we could talk for 2 weeks on this, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you think about where you've gone with your business, where Rachel and I have gone with our business. And I mean, the team concept, even when we started, I didn't know what the heck a team was. I'd never even heard of the team. So
yeah, no, for sure. No, yeah. So that tells you another thing. We've been around a while.
This hairline, there's a lot of truth behind this hairline right here. Let me tell you.
That's right.
Sure. I still feel like I'm 30, even though I'm 41 now. And actually, Jason, hey, October this year is my 20th year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, my 20th year this year. I'll be 42 in December, but in October will be my 20th year. I've been doing this since I was 22.
There you go. Wow, that's cool. So April 3rd was my 24th year. So just a little bit ahead of you on time, but I think you've got some amazing team members, but also career wise and house sales, and I mean all the other things that you've developed and spun off of having that real estate team is pretty incredible, and we should probably do another talk on that someday. So, but let's dive into, like, there's a blueprint, there's a plan, there's a path, and there's a reason. So talk a little bit about maybe the structure, the blueprint of
So I remember starting as an independent agent, and I started really young. And I tell folks all the time that was probably one of the things that actually worked to my advantage, because I was so naive as to what I got myself into. And, one of the benefits that a team provides new agents that are starting out, or experienced agents who maybe are frustrated or just kind of fed up, is they give you a blueprint. And, I do a lot of new construction too, Jason. And so one thing I like to relate that to is you can't go out there tomorrow and say, hey, I just want to build this house. You got to have a plan. You got to have something to follow. And a builder's always got a set of blueprints. And what's really cool as an agent is being able to follow that blueprint the team provides you. Mm-hmm. They're able to show you that structure. They're able to show you the right path to go down. They're able to show you, hey, when you're wasting time and not doing dollar productive activities.
Right.
And I think that's something that you really struggle to find, especially starting out or as an agent, a solo agent on your own.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, think the truck doesn't show up with, 4,000 2x4s and like, they don't grab the hammers and nails like, hey, let's see what happens.
Yeah. And hey, I want this wall over here, or hey, let's put the roof this way. There's a plan when you're doing new construction, and it's the same way when you're building a business. So see, I think that's one of the things a lot of people forget when they get into real estate.
Right.
Look, they're watching HGTV, they're watching these shows, $1 Million Listing. It looks sexy. It looks like, hey, everybody's driving Mercedes and Lambos, and you only show the people 3 houses and they buy one, I
Right.
mean, that's the way it works on TV.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
in 23 minutes, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, how the hell did they look at 4 houses in 30 minutes and make a decision? I
That's
got
right.
people look at houses for 4 months and can't make a decision, you know?
Exactly. No, it's
So
so true.
the team aspect gives the agent the ability to plug into a system. And normally, if someone has reached the team level and you're an agent joining a team, they have an established brand, an established team that gives you that safety and security. And hopefully, and I remember even, starting out, you know, you take those people in and you're responsible for them. So you want to show them how you do it, what not to do, what to do, and that sort of thing. And I think just being able to provide them with a game plan, whether you call it a blueprint or a game plan, and help provide them a little bit of structure and direction on which way to go, ultimately will lead to their success. And it gives them the ability to focus on what they need to do to be successful in real estate versus I got to do appraisal, inspections. I got to go to a listing. I got to work a buyer. I got to do my Facebook ads. I got to print flyers. Oh, wait, I still got to run this sign out. There's all these things that people forget when you're an independent agent.
That's for sure. Absolutely. I mean, we actually just talked about this in our team meeting today. This industry, I mean, who in the world would start a business and I'm going to do everything? But that's real estate. I mean, it's crazy.
But so you'll laugh and you see these diplomas over my shoulder here. Those are my wife's, not mine. And Rachel, when we were dating, Jason, it was funny because we'd sit down at night and go over sort of my marketing plan and we go over stuff. And she was like, I mean, you're running a business here, and yet you've got no business training. You've not been to business school.
Right.
You haven't been. They gave you this license after 90 hours, and they said, there you go, Homer, go be dangerous, help people with the largest investment in their lifetime. And there was a lot of truth to what she said. And so I've had to really mature in my thinking. She's helped me grow a lot in how I look at things. So now our joke is, and if you want to know the truth, here at Tyre Realty Group, we joke that between me and her, that real estate is just a product and service that we provide. We could sell widgets out of this office. Right. We could sell any kind of product or service out of it because we've set it up now like a company and we understand how to run it like an actual business, which they don't teach you in real estate school.
They do not. Oh, no.
But hey, look, Jason, I want to say one thing on that too. And I can say this, I spent my first 14 months in real estate. I worked on a team. Okay. And I worked on a team for 14 months with an older agent. And when I say a team, we had Marty, her daughter, myself, and like one part-time admin. And we thought we were a team. And we're talking like 2002, 2003. And I realized then, okay, Marty did the listings, we did the buyers, and we had a little administrative support. But I realized then, like, wow, okay, having these extra people really helps you diversify your time, helps you cover more customers, provide better service. And so I knew even back then that ultimately that's the route we needed to go. It took me a while to get there. Yeah. But I saw it early on, even when I started, when I didn't even really know what I got myself into.
Yeah, right. No, that's good. That's good. So we got a plan. Here's the great thing. You go, join up with a group like Homer or myself. You don't have to recreate the wheel, man. I mean, we've done it. I've made so many mistakes. I could just go down the list like, yeah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I mean, we've got it. But this collaboration piece, it's a huge time saver. Huge time saver.
Huge. And this is something Jason and I talk about a whole lot because we even collaborate. We're in different markets and we try to share ideas to help each other succeed. And in fact, I'll say this, Jason is one of my, if not my best friend in real estate next to my wife. In fact, I probably call this guy, if not once or twice a week at a minimum, Jason, because he's a voice of reason. He's a great sounding board. And, that's what you get with a team, Jason. It's the collaboration. So you'll laugh. I love my first broker in charge, Jason. He was a great guy. He's still in the business. We talk periodically a couple times a year. And I remember when I started, they walked me down the hall. and they said, okay, this is going to be your office. You're sharing it with this guy. I said, okay. They said, this is your desk. There's your phone. I said, okay. And they said that phone's going to be $12 a month, and it was going to be on my bill. It wasn't even free. I said, okay. And they said, let us know what you need. Go sell a house. And I was like looking around like, hold on, do what? Just like that. I mean, you talk about a sink or swim.
Right.
I mean, and I laugh about it now because he's a great guy, but that was about the gist back when I started.
Yeah.
And they've tried to make some progress since then. I still think it's pretty inferior, but you know, and here's the reason I say all this is because to go back to the topic, collaboration. I could go down the hallway. I could go to the break room. I could go to the copy machine and occasionally be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or, hey, you know, have you guys ever thought about doing this? Or and bounce ideas off my fellow agents who were also my competition.
Right.
But sometimes you get meet with resistance, Jason, in a lot of brokerages.
Yeah.
Whoa. You want my secret sauce?
Right.
Hold on. You want me to show you how I do it? No. That's what I love about the team environment. And that's something I know you guys have historically really tried to promote. Is something we try to promote here is having an open forum, a very collaborative group, and helping each other succeed, never though at the demise of your fellow agent. And having that sounding board, having those people that, you know, I'll tell you, we have a group chat here on our team. And it's so funny because somebody this morning said, hey, customer asked me so-and-so and so-and-so. I'd never been asked that question this way. I think they mean, she put it on our group chat to our team and immediately like 5 people fired back. And we're like, yeah, what he's asking is what you're referring to. He just asked it a different way, blah, blah, blah. She had somebody to go to immediately to get feedback. And you don't find that as a solo agent a lot of times.
You don't, and you don't find it in even so many brokerages talk about, you know, the training and the systems and the collaboration. And we just brought on a little Spitfire over here. She's 25 years old, and I just said, tell me a little bit about, you know, your experience and what happened. She's like, the last straw for her is, you know, how competitive the market is. She's fighting tooth and nail to get an offer accepted. She needs to know something. Sends a text over to her broker charge team leader. Doesn't get a response until Monday.
Oh,
yeah.
So let's face it, we're in a fast food mentality, right? Fast food society.
Yeah.
Not only do your customers expect feedback and, you know, communication at light speed, because let's face it, nowadays you got text message, cell phone, you got email, you got social media, like people can find you. So for it to take you 3 or 4 days in this industry to respond to somebody is just not acceptable. Not to mention, that's one of your people, not just a customer. That's one of your people.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a key person. And so she's been here all of 3 days and just put a $685,000 house under contract. So
sweet. Now, look, I got to share one thing to you on that. Because it was funny. I was texting with 2 agents last night and they didn't realize they each had an offer on the same house.
Oh, right.
And they were both and finally I figured out, okay, this is the same property. But this morning, I followed up with both of them and just said, hey, because they weren't going to find out till like 9 o'clock last night what the winning offer was. And I text both of them this morning. I said, hey, separately. And I just said, hey, man, did you get the deal? And I texted the other guy and said, hey, did you get the deal? And they both were like, nope. Neither one of us got it. And they both had ridiculously strong offers. So I said, the 2 of you need to talk after they found out neither one. And she was like, oh, he put an offer in on it too. And I said, yeah. And she put an offer. They talked and compared their offers. It was kind of funny. They compared their offers and they each learned like, hey, I presented mine this way and we came up with this price.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I presented this due diligence this way. And it was kind of neat to watch them share ideas. Neither one of them won the property, but they were both still comparing what they could have done to been successful. So hopefully they win the next one.
Yeah, man. No, that's a perfect example of collaboration for sure. So one thing that I experienced with starting a team really, really quick was leverage, man. And it's a beautiful thing if you do it right. And not only does it give you the ability to scale and sell a tremendous amount of homes, you can actually have this thing called a life, right? And this guy right here, I mean, you're the traveling baseball master. I mean, you got the second office at the Myrtle Beach Sports Complex down there, right? Pretty much. But
I think I'm moving into Atlanta this summer. It's like two
wow,
summers back to back now. I'm gonna be in Atlanta for like 2 weeks at a time.
wow,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
So talk just a little bit about so if I'm a new agent, or maybe I'm just independent in a brokerage, and you know, tell me how's this team going to benefit me? How's this team going to help me leverage my time, maybe to have a life or just to sell more or whatever?
So this is probably one of the best talking points of this whole podcast today. Is really look. Let's face it, real estate, there's a lot of moving pieces. Mm-hmm. All right. If you're not a master juggler, this may not be the business for you. I'm not trying to say that to scare you, but let's get real quick. What's great about a team, though, is that support. Yeah. Having those people behind the scenes. And it's funny, Jason, because so let me tell you a little something about our team. I've actually had team members leave, go independent, and then call me and go, I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I'm like, what are you apologizing for? I never realized how much went on behind the scenes till I left. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, the signage, the flyers, you input our stuff in MLS, you do the showing instructions, you guys get the keys, you guys, handle all the marketing, all the advertising, you guys run all the CRM stuff. If there's ever a problem with the website, if there's ever a problem with this, I just take it to you guys, you take care of it. And I remember this, I had a young girl. She actually reminds me a lot of me. She was about 25. She'd been with us for about 3 years, and she went independent. And she called me and she was like, oh my God, I have to do all of it now. Yeah. And I was like, hey, you can do it. You can handle it. But I said, I appreciate you calling me, because I think a lot of times people don't realize just how much goes on. And the purpose of a team is to allow you, like you said, to have more leverage, to have those people behind the scenes to help process your transaction, to have those people behind the scenes to help with tech support, or to help with the courier side of things. All these different facets that a team provides so that you can, one, go sell more homes. Number two, better serve your clients, give them a better experience, better customer service. All right. And then number three, have some freedom. Have the ability to go home at night and go, whoo, I turned that stuff in. They're going to take care of it and process it tomorrow. I don't have to run in there at 6 a.m. before the phone starts and try to do paperwork because I need to show homes, sell homes, or follow up on my leads the rest of the day. So on our team, we actually have a member of our team. He has been here 6 years now. He and I started in the business at the same time, Jason. He had his own team for years. Okay. He had 2 buyer agents. He had a marketing person. He had a head admin. He did the listings. It's about 5 of them. They were doing somewhere around, 100 deals, 150 deals a year. They were doing around $35-40 million in our market. And then the market crashed back in 2009. Yep. And he managed to survive that for a couple of years. And finally, he slowly had to let some people go. Yeah. I remember he came to us, and I think it was 2016. He called me and he said, hey, do you have a minute for me to stop by your office and talk to you? And I said, yeah, come on by. And I didn't know what it was. Sure. And he came into my office. We sat down, and I said, talk to me. What's going on? He said, I want to know if you had an opening. And I said, hold on, do what? I said, you're interested in joining our team? And I mean, it totally blindsided me. Right. I mean, this guy had a good rapport and a good relationship. He was a great agent, but I didn't know him on that level for him to come in. He said, yeah. He said, I'm tired of doing this. I said, hold on, you're tired of running? He said, no, I'm tired of being a realtor. He said, I'm tired of being the guy who pays all the payroll, does all the marketing, pays for all the tech support, does all the behind the scenes. I just want to sell houses. He said, I'm good at it. He said, I want to list houses. I want to sell houses. And I don't want to deal with any other crap. And that's exactly, he said, I remember to this day, him sitting in the chair across from my desk. And I said, why would you want to do this? I said, I look at us as sort of on the same level. He said, I don't want to do what you do. He said, I want to sell houses, show houses. And if you can provide me the support, I know I'm good at it and I can be successful. I said, all right, man. I said, if you're sure. He's been here 6 years now, Jason. He's one of our top sales agents. He's been a great addition to our team. And I think, and between me and you, I think at his stage of life, he's making well over six figures. He doesn't have to worry where the next lead's coming from. He doesn't have to write the next, agency bill to an ad agency. He doesn't have to handle any of that. He shows up, he works the business that we provide him and that the business he generates. And he's got a great quality of life. And here's the other thing. He's got a house at the beach.
Nice. There you go.
And in fact, today is April, 13th, 14th, something like that.
13th, yeah.
So we have this joke starting in May. He doesn't work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. Okay. He's the only guy in the office that works 4 days a week, because after Thursday, about 5 o'clock, he's going to the beach. All right.
Nice.
And he loves it. He's got a great quality of life. He's making great income, but he didn't have to deal with all the headache. And he will tell you, he left from being a big agent, running his own team, to joining a team because he wanted that, what you talked about earlier, that leverage and that quality of life.
Yeah, for sure. It makes a huge difference. And it's funny as you were going through all those things, and it almost, some agents, I think this is a good reflection, because I think sometimes agents get in this place. Well, what is this person really doing for me? What am I paying for? Blah, blah, blah. It almost sounds like sometimes the consumer, right? I'm paying you all this money. What, you didn't do anything. I found the house. I mean, all you did was put a sign in my yard, but all of a sudden, you start peeling an onion back, and man, there's like 3,000 other little steps that are happening. Well, it's the same thing with the team leader. Team leader is holding the glue, holding this thing together in many, many more ways than you can even realize until you've done it, It's
and look, it's not for everybody, Jace.
Oh, that's nah.
So one of my attorneys yesterday, who handles a lot of our stuff, actually told this same agent I'm talking about. One of my attorneys said, "Hey, you were emailing the other night at 10:30 at night, and we were at the beach." And he said, "Man," he said, "Homer and Rachel," he said, "those guys, man, they work all the time." And he said, one, they've made that decision. Two, they have responsibility, which is you guys. Yeah. And he said, three, that's why all of y'all are successful, because they're willing to do that work. He said, you're getting the benefit of this. He said, because you're down here at the beach right now. Yeah. And they're the ones with the gears turning. That's and right. Look, I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I enjoy real estate. I enjoy our business and enjoy our people and our company. But, this is the type of business. It ain't for everybody in that regard, right, especially at our level. And I think that's what makes the team so advantageous. Yeah, I really do. No, I agree. You get the benefits without any of the risk and without any of the headache.
Yeah, you can't beat that. And, savings, because there's a cost to education.
But
there is a cost to education.
If I know you and I both, we could pull out our P&L every month, and we could show them the loss side. Okay, that's everybody, right. All everybody ever wants to talk about is the profit side. That's and right. Nobody's in. No, look, let's face it. Nobody's in business. Period. I don't care what kind of business you're in. To take a loss. We're all right. in it for the profit side. My buddy, one of my builder customers, who I've had a great relationship with for about 15 years, he said, "I don't build houses for sport, Homer." That's what he told me.
That's right.
He said, "I fish and play golf for sport." All right. He said, "I don't build houses for sport." That's what pays the bills, pays my people, and we're here to generate a profit. It's the same thing in real estate. Most real estate agents, most realtors, when they're starting out. So a couple of things. I'm shocked, Jason, when we talk to a brand new agent, how unprepared they are for just the initial expense they're going to incur to get started.
That's right.
Number two, and so we're talking about getting started. We're talking about just getting your license, just paying your realtor dues, your MLS fees, your keypad. Yeah. I had a young gal here who started a couple months ago. She had like Packard Bell computer. She had to go out and buy a new computer, and she was like, "Oh my goodness." And and so here's the other thing too. Let's talk about individual agents or solo agents at most brokerages. Then you got business cards and signs and writers. Yeah. You got to get a website and an email, or they have a tech fee that sets that all up for you. All this initial startup. What I love about the team environment is, you've got some initial startup, but that day-to-day stuff, like, I know every team's different too, so you need to talk with whichever team you're discussing. Jason's structure is probably a little different than mine, probably not a whole lot, but we're providing websites, we're providing print collateral, we're providing business cards. Hell, my office, we even provide you a couple of shirts to get going.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Our social media platform that helps them manage their social media calendar and all that is all covered by us on the team. All the lead generation, big one there. Lead generation, big term. We could do a whole call on that.
No doubt.
I mean, huge budget item. Not to mention the training, the support staff that we're paying for, the transaction management software, the digital signature, all these things that if I say here, I could fill a whiteboard just like you could, Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to real estate. By the way, you got your checkbook?
That's right.
Because we got to get you started.
Yeah.
And so where I'm really going with this is the team provides so much savings there, especially I don't care if you're new or an experienced agent. It really provides you a lot of savings because the team carries a lot of that weight.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of proven stuff too. You're not having to go buy a new widget or a new piece of software and try it out and be under a contract because 9 times out of 10, the team has already done that for you.
That's right.
Because I know you guys beta test and vet stuff the same way we do.
Yep.
So if we're providing it to our agents, a lot of times it's already tried and tested, and we make sure if we're going to incur that cost that it's something they can actually utilize and use.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just had a guy join our team, and he was with the balloon company, and so he comes over and he's like, "Hey, I really like your signs. Your signs are awesome. I want to get some." I was like, "No problem." He says, "How much are they?" So they're $95 each. He's like, "Your name's just fine on there. It's no problem. I'll just get one of them little stickers and because he knows, like he's been around and he knows that there's a cost to it. And he's like, "Good God, man!" He goes, "You got like 200 of those things out."
Exactly.
I said, "Yeah, it adds up."
So look, Jason, you'll laugh. People will laugh at this. You and I were exchanging an email just in the last 24 hours about lot boxes.
Yeah,
because
right.
I use the Supra lot boxes that our board uses.
Yep.
However, on any of our property management stuff or flips, we use combos. And I've been buying the Lowe's Master Lock combos. All right. $35 a lot box. Okay.
Right.
So you buy 10 of them, there's $350. Jason turns me on to a website last night. They were $13 a lot box. I bought 10 of them for like $150. I was like, okay, what the hell? I've been spending 3 times this. Okay?
Right.
So, but where I'm going with that whole thing is that's what our agents don't have to think about those kind of things. Like you said, signs $100.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord, let's don't even get into websites and technology and all that kind of stuff because that stuff just adds up. Radio and TV.
For sure. Yeah,
so there's a lot of savings to be experienced and for you to take advantage of, especially on a team. My agents, 2 of my listing agents came to us this week and said, "Hey, we're getting low on some note cards and some envelopes. They're doing a lot of handwritten notes to neighborhoods to farm." And I said, "What do you need?" And they said, "Man, we need like 1,000." I said, "You need 1,000 note cards, 1,000 envelopes?" They're like, "Yeah." I sent it into our graphics guy, boom, 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 prints it. It was delivered this week. And I was like, "Here, boom." And they're like, they never had to think about it.
Yeah.
Never had to think about it.
They didn't have to do it. They didn't have to create it. They didn't have to do anything.
No.
They just had to ask.
No.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. And you think about that. I mean, if we go back, it's the blueprint, it's the plan, it's the system. You've got the collaboration of the team leaders, but the girls and gals on your team that are in your operations department are specialists in what they do, and they do it better than anybody else. And so, if you get stuck on a contract for whatever reason, you've got other people than, a Homer or Rachel or whoever. You got, somebody you can go to there. And man, the leverage of having time is just, I mean, it's great to go out and make great money, but if you have no time to do anything with it, it's, there's no leverage in being the one person that does it all. I mean, we would never, you go to this restaurant one time. If the host, the waiter, the busboy, the cook, and the bartender were the same person, yeah, you're eating there once.
Yeah.
But yet in real estate, 10 of them, 15 of them, 20 of them, 30 of them, 40 of them, 50 of them, 60 of them, 70 of them, 80 of them, 90 of them, 100 of them, 200 of them, 300 of them, 400 of them, 500 of them, 600 of them, 700 of them, 800 of them, 900 of them, 1000 of them. You that's how a lot of agents live their lives.
Well,
and
and
they're doing it all.
one thing that gets me, Jason, too, is hang on, I forget my lights are on. Yeah,
On a motion there.
I keep them on. Yeah, I keep them on like a timer, and I'm obviously not dancing around. I'm not animated
That's
enough
right.
today.
That's right.
Because I don't have that problem a whole lot. You can imagine. One last thing, and sort of closing this thing out too, is, it's funny. I hear agents sometimes they'll say, "Yeah, but if I'm independent and solo, my split's here.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm on your team, my split's here." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you got all the headache, you got all the cost, you got all the lost time, you got to do all the planning, you got to do all the organization, and ultimately you're accountable for all those things."
That's right.
I said, "Yeah, you know what? You might give up a little bit of a percentage, but it's turnkey. Everything's set it, forget it, and done for you. So you can focus on what you're really here to do, which is list and sell houses."
That's right.
And help that customer have a great experience and feed your family and provide for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And when you break it down that way and actually show them, hey, in all honesty, it ain't a whole lot of difference, to be completely honest with you.
No, I mean, that's just it. If you just look, somebody's got to spend the money to advertise, right? So if we take advertising budget and divide it into a percentage and apply it toward a split, those numbers go down really fast.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Good stuff, my man. Hey, if you like what you're hearing, obviously stay tuned right here on Real Estate Speed School. I'm sure we'll have a Homer back again, no question about that. But if you're in the Greenville area, you're looking for a team, a solid team, one that's pushing, innovative, moving, and doing stuff, TyreRealtyGroup.com is where you need to go. And of course, do people relocate to Greenville? I suppose they do, man. So
just make sure it's Greenville, North Carolina, Jason.
Yeah.
Last time I was on a flight, the lady told me I was headed to Greenville, South Carolina, and I said, "Oh, hold the hell on, I'm on the wrong plane."
Yeah, that's going to leave you a little bit short right there, a little bit short. So, all right, very good, man. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay tuned. If you like what you hear, subscribe. Shoot us a comment. We'll answer those things. But be great. Until next week, next time, we'll see you then.
Always a pleasure, bud.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Homer. We appreciate you.